Hello, welcome to the Ship House and welcome to Culture Black. I'm not in the building, man. I can't yell. If I yell, my neighbors will call the police on me. But I have reached a milestone and I wanted to come over here and share with you guys. So I wanted to come over here and share with you guys. If you've been following me, if this your first time watching me, please go back. I have a lot of videos that you might find entertaining and educative. But if you've been following me, you know I did remove this roof and put in a new long span aluminum roof. And I also made adjustment to the height of the slope to add another 8 inches, and I will include that video in this video. Ghana, the artisans are very good. You just have to really walk them, be patient, work with them, and explain in detail what you need, and they can always come up with something nice. So this is what the end product looks like. I'm very happy with it. So now the top roof has a gentle slope, which adds another flair, like a different dimension to the building. I actually like it better than when it was all even and slopey. When it was all even without a slope. I used to always drive past this nice house in Bethesda, Maryland, and it had a slopey roof, and I never thought one day I would be building a slopey roof. So here it is. Uh, I'm happy with the work that they have done. I say I have reached a milestone on my project because I have finally completed all the plastering work plus dressing work. I think I used easily uh, over 250 bags, probably more, for the entire plastering, dressing. Uh, so, you know, uh, if you're building a house that's big, you kind of have to be prepared to empty your pockets on cement. I like the way it turned out. This is quite a long video. I like to bring you guys complete update, uh complete yeah, kind of saying a complete outlook, done cut it into pieces and kind of dropping it on you from time to time. So this video was sent to me, so if the quality is slow, please forgive me. So the mason did an excellent job. I'm very, very happy with this mason, and I recommend him if you need some mason work, plastering, that type of things. I haven't used him to build a whole house, so I don't know his capabilities. He said he can, but that's up to you. But if you need block work, mason work, plastering, dressing, I can recommend this guy because I'm happy with the work he did. Uh, so, as you know, I did do dressing on my stairwell. I got them as even as I can. It was really tough, but still, this is not as even as it should be. But it's acceptable now. So I'm working. All the dressing is pretty much done. So this video, my security guard Thomas was showing me around. Caring status. And as for most of us, when you're building back home, you do enjoy. I know most of us have tons of building projects on our phones, and it never gets old. So here, Thomas was showing me the status of the project as far as the dressing. I always like to see a little extra, just in case I can pick up something on what's going on. So where do I go now from here? Uh, I'll discuss that a little further down, or maybe towards the end. So now all the dressing is done. You'll see in subsequent videos as I'm adding them all together. All the dressing is done. I'm gonna start leveling the compound. Uh, Probably start planting green grass before the rainy season. It's my goal if I can get the leveling done early enough. So everything is coming along, building is. Yes, so I wanted us to take a step back to see where we came from. If you've been following me, you remember when maybe like 3 weeks ago, I took off the old roofing slate that was on my building to give it a about an 8 inch more slope. So this is where we kind of came from. In the process, my roof had a gentle slope, which, in my opinion, wasn't part of the architectural drawing, but in my opinion, it did add a little bit more to the architecture of the house, which I like. So, excuse me, in your building process, when you encounter challenges, just take a minute to sleep over it. Think about it. Work with your artisans and do your research to see how best you can solve the problem. You know, the one thing I notice about Ghanaian artisans, they are very skilled, or at least if you're patient enough to work with them, they can deliver if you find the right artisans. But you have to be willing to kind of patiently work step by step when you encounter challenges and difficulties. And also, you have to be your own manager of your project. When I started building, I didn't know 1 inch about building. I was just like you watching me, okay? If you plan on building. But once you start a process, whether being a woman or man, you have to engage. You watch YouTube videos from different perspectives, and you master your own building. You have to be a master of your own building. So, I mean, this ship house, as they have named it, pretty much I have put is a total deviation of what the architectural drawing was. It's pretty similar, but as far as the roof terrace and other things, it was working with my artisans to come up with something that was fitting, and I have no regrets. So everything turned out okay. The roof replacement turned out okay. The mason did an amazing job. I used to always drive past this house with a slopey roof in Bethesda, Maryland, and a really nice house. And little did I know one day I'll have a house with a slopey roof too. So, you know, I encourage you, don't give up. If you're building, if you plan on building, don't be too afraid. If there are other channels that will scare you off, but not on Kojo Black's channel. My channel is all about encouragement, and if something doesn't go right, I will come back to you guys and make you aware, so you will learn once you start your project, if you haven't started already. And if you've started already, you can take note too, as I'm learning from other people. So everything is coming out great. You will see how this turns out. You've already seen, but you've seen in the subsequent videos how everything turns out beautifully, and the cleaning was done. And I really enjoy working with this mason. I'll put his number in the description if you need to. So this is the roofing sheet that I did replace. I replaced what was that? The slate with this long span aluminum roofing sheet. And at this point, my mason and his boys were working on the copy. So this video is not in any specific order, right? But just Please enjoy and learn and criticize as you deem necessary. So at this point, they lay the felt, they cut the walls to make sure the roofing sheet they go in the wall. They laid a felt on top of the roofing, on top of the block work to kind of overlap the roofing sheet. They plastered it with waterproof chemical, Dr. Fix It. Also, I have seen this product at Home Depot for some type of waterproofing. A bucket is like $100. I'll get like 2 buckets and take it down to Ghana to kind of give it an additional coating. So this is what the roof looks like. In the next video, my mason will explain it. So it's painstaking, but once done right, I hopefully there's no leaks. And if there are leaks, I'm not gonna give up. We're gonna solve it. So I have a nice gentle slope here. I asked them to put a board on there so the roofing sheet is not affected during the
Tony, Pacho, Yenwe, I fancy Busso. When you top na roofing side, no see. Fetting in it, Senabaya, more than being a roofing into Fetino, they are blue in it. For Shannon and Nina down, Nina Bosso. I fancy Yenwe, Chivia, winning in our memo bibia. Board now, what kind of border dasso? Hannah and agement border dasso. And the fat and hat also by far more than goose to share the young watching near Bayer temperature or sharing me opening to Hana fancy goose. We are very doing now summer. Okay. Down dinner, yeah. Sure. So far, no top on a car, a both side plastering into young watching a car if he a ha a babysia a Jumanesi, see I'm watching we be able to call off. See I'm watching we be able to call off. Your channel between maybe at the back and maybe the back and maybe cleaning maybe into me. And yet, Wednesday, no, will be mobile for nation and no my be cleaning. So, baby, to my minister, I casa Wednesday, and I say, best started. To Wednesday, best started for nation, and I clean to Wednesday there, maybe be our Twitter to share in the need. That's it.
So at this point, they are cleaning the windows. I had told him before he gets his last payment, they have to clean every little inch of mortar. So they're washing down the windows. It was per agreement, and he honored that. They cleaned the balustrade. If you followed and watched my past videos, you realize the balustrade was really dirty. This mason, his name is Charles. I'll put his contact in the description column of the video. So if you need a mason, he's a real humble guy. So I think for the complete work for all the dressing, he charged me $8,000. And then additionally, there was the roof work where he had to do the block work, plastering, do the felt, do the copy, and he charged me an additional 1,000 Ghana cedis. So it all came out to about 9,000 Ghana cities. So strike it by 13 or 13.2, you somewhere around $600-700. I mean, I don't like to pay a whole lot, but I like to pay these guys something decent, So for four guys working a whole month for $600,
Papi nti mpacho hu
you
deɛ
can't
twa
beat
gu a
that.
sa pɛpɛɛpɛ.
That's the front of the ship house.
Deɛ twa
Next
gu a.
time I go back, on that top pillar, I will do a double copy. Now it's just one copy. I
Yɛayɛ
will
puu.
add an additional copy just to
Ɛsɛ
match,
mekɔ inside no
just
so
so we
mate
have uniformity.
inside no
I
so.
like to keep some things real basic and simple and uniform. So if you look, my gate balustrade is the same as my stairway
Inside no so ne
balustrade.
sɛ wohwɛ
I
a
have
ne ha nyinaa
stones on the
kama kama
pillars,
kama kama kama.
on the front wall. I
Ne
have
nyinaa
stones in the
neat.
living room. I have stones in the inside
Bɔlɔtɔfoɔ
pillars.
so
I like to keep stuff
neat.
flowing all the
Yɛapepa
way
ho nyinaa
through,
yiyi
right?
mɔɔta no.
I don't,
Ayɛ
to each is his own, but that's just, I like to keep stuff real simple and uniform.
ɛyɛ biribiara
And
kama
as you
kama
can
kama.
see, they have done their
Sɛ
best to clean the
ɛnkyɛ hɔ a
balustrade.
saa pɛpɛɛpɛ ne ayɛ ho.
You know, again,
Saa pɛpɛɛpɛ.
most artisans in Ghana usually don't clean up behind themselves, but
Saa
as you see,
pɛpɛɛpɛ.
everything looks clean.
Fi ne ha yɛ
Yumpon, they've done a good job, So Ship House is coming along great. It's coming along great. So as I was saying, what's the next step? So the next step is I'm gonna see if I can get some custom doors from the man I call on here, the China boy. I've talked to him quite a decent gentleman as I always suspected. And this is why I'm gonna work with him, right? Or he's gonna work with me. So usually when you are buying doors for your
Yɛbɛdu top no
project,
so.
you
Papi mpacho
usually
wohwɛ a
measure
top
the
no so yɛ
doors, but once you go on the market,
easy. Adwuma no ho te.
you buy the
Adware no
door,
ho.
and then when you come
Adwuma
home,
no ho te.
you adjust your the size of your frame to fit the door.
Adwuma no ho te.
And I think working
Sɛ
with
woni
this
problem biara
gentleman,
ni a
Ghana Bakweku shout out,
fa
or
kyerɛ no nti.
China boy shout
Ɔbɛhwɛ
out,
ayɛ biribiara ma wo.
is the
Ɔfa so
door
bɛhu a
is
wɔde
made
bɛyɛ.
to fit your doorway, not your doorway is made to
Saa
fit
pɛpɛɛpɛ.
your that door.
The top no
Okay,
so ni.
I guess you get what I'm saying. So like my doors are not all
Glass
even.
no so
One is eight
hwɛ a
feet, one is
cleaning de biribiara
six
kɔ so
point
smoothly.
eleven
Woni
feet.
problem.
But these doors
Deɛ
will
no
be
na ɛbɔ no
custom
ship
made,
house.
taking into consideration screening and tiling to fit the doorway that is currently available on the house,
Akra ha
rather
yi.
than vice
Ade
versa,
ade
rather than buying the
abɔkɔɔ.
door and
Adwuma no ho
adjusting my
te.
building to fit the door. So
Wonya si hɔ
if
a
you
woba no
haven't checked
wahu
out his channel,
baabi a wobɔ.
go look, if you're in the
Ɛyi no ho
process
correct
of
correct.
buying doors, he's done it, he
Ayɛ
showcased
kama.
it. So I will see if he can
Perfectly.
deliver. If he doesn't deliver, I will be right back on here to let you guys know. So thanks for watching Kojo Black. I will add some more pictures, and once I start my landscaping, I will bring you guys an update. I'm gonna start planting my grass.
Papi, patro ho a sisi ade. Nyɛ adom biribiara kɔ awie. Egu so a yɛpepa grass no. Yɛapepa bi koraa. Aka de aka small one. Nti adwuma a wode hyɛɛ yɛn nsa de. Nyɛ adom. Ayɛ. Ayɛ. Nti mpatro sɛnea wɔkyerɛɛ me no. Sɛnea wɔkyerɛɛ me no. Patro ɛno ara megu so ɛyɛ ma wo. Sɛnea wɔka me wie a me video no nyinaa ma wo no. Patro saa pɛpɛɛpɛ. Nti mpatro ho a ɛno nie. wohwɛ a ɛno ni dan dɛ sada ɛfɛ atwa yɛ poo fresh fresh.
So in this video, you can see the gentle slope in the roof. And as my Mason Charles was saying earlier, all the dressing has been completed. As I always say, is it a perfect house? No, right? It's not. It's not Lego, right? So this is basically handmade, right? Everything is by hand. So there are a few things and don'ts that I'm sure in every house that's built in Ghana you can probably point one or two things out, but I'm pretty happy with the job that he has done to bring the house to life again. The dressing that was left was basically the most difficult part, and they have done an awesome job with the dressing. And if you could hear in the video, as he was saying earlier, he was confirming he's followed all the directions I had given him. Cause I'm very okay, so I was trying to say I'm very particular with my project, and I realize in Ghana you have to micromanage your project, okay? So if you have a laissez-faire attitude, hands off, I don't know. I mean, even if I was to hire, and you can see the gentle slope in the roof, I think that adds a different flair to the whole architecture. If you agree, please let me know, because I do draw inspiration from you guys. If you think the slope kind of throws the house off too, please let me know. At this point, there's nothing I can do, but I just need affirmation or disaffirmation. But as I was saying earlier, if you have a project going, if you plan on starting a project in the future, I will suggest you micromanage your project. You constantly get pictures. God willing, I will be home next year again to work on it, meet with my contractors, my masons, my carpenters, have a discussion. So everything that you've seen in the video, I basically stood there, walked my mason around, discussed it with him the way I wanted it done. And that goes a long way, right? Done. Because it gets very difficult when you have to explain stuff over the phone. That gets very difficult. Take the extra cost of going home. If you have a project going, meet with your artisans. This is just my suggestion, right? You don't have to do it, but meet with them, have a discussion face to face, point out, and they can produce. I'm happy. I'm happy with the way it turned out. The back looks great. The back copy was a little crooked earlier. He did his best to bring it to life. Is it 100%? No, but it looks good. It looks good even from watching this video. It looks good. And in the next video, the mason will be showing the frontage, and you will see the great work. I mean, he's done a yeoman's job. I have nothing bad to say. He did follow instructions throughout this process. He's cleaned up everything.
Nti motie no man a na muhu adwuma ya na wonhia obi mu ayewa adwuma mo a sa pepepe wetumi afrɛ no ma no ne abɛyɛ adwuma na mo nti video etwa gu ho a yɛ Charles nsa no patcho ho a Clean na no koso. Ebi ayo po. Ebi ayo po. Papi nti mpacho hu de etwa bia sa pepepe. Me etwa bia. Ebi ayo po. There is a me ko inside no so no matchro inside no so. Inside no so ni sa wo sha. E clean he nyina kama. Hai na neat. Burger proof no so. Ni ya pepa hu nyina yi mota no. Aye. Ye bibia kama amo. Sena wani je ho na sa pepe na ya mo. Sa pepe. Sa pepe. Kini ha ye bibia. Osha. Down nani. Me be do top no so. Papi ba cha osha top no so ni. Easy, adwuma no hote. Anka na me boa. Adwuma no hote. Adwuma no hote. So ni problem bibia ni a. Fatu ya na so. Be hwa ye bibia mo. Azu be hu a wani baje. Sabe pepe. Top no zini. Top no glass no so. Hwa. Cleaning de bibia koso gently. Any problem. Dinner na bo no ship house. Papi hwa. Akrahe na sa de hada yopo. Adwuma no hate. Unya siwa wo ba no ahu. Ba bia wo ba. Ayi no ho correct. Bia ya kama. Perfectly. Johnny. Clean it up, yeah, papa glass way now. Papa glass way now. Cost also, I could also. For actually, yeah. Just so no sooner. So no say, clean away now. Clean away now. Plastering now, correct. We finish in and will come. I just said it. Say cleaning. I top had the eye cleaning. I cut down. Second floor, last floor. Okay, but that's it. Patch our trap. And then you know, soon we have a pound in our correct time. When you put why is a scarf on into you know, Ubeshi share Ubi now be a man, Buy no na time of coca cardassa. Some into the pound. If you saw a penny now, you way inside a bit my papa. Intina, a giant. TV a penny into trying. Maybe I'll buy a name. I'm banning him no address when in if you plus and so ya bo if you so no amba me aka crab and ya discount na be so no ten e be complete if you to try ani na ya yini na madana you know correct sure anyway a chini zuni sure a chini ni ibia ya gam.
So here are a few still pictures of the finished product of the ship house. The roof looks good. The copy looks pretty decent. You can see the slope. I'm gonna double up on that pillar. The arc looks good. You know, put the window back in. The copy up here, and that's the new roofing sheet with a decent slope. So don't be scared to rework. And that's the front. You can see the slope here. Don't be scared to, if you have to take a step back, you know. And this is the slope I had showed my mason to kind of give him an idea. And my slope is a little bit more gentler than the picture I had showed him, but it all worked out okay. So thanks for watching Kojo Black in the building. I will keep you guys updated throughout this building project on any new development. Come back and watch more